I'm tired of acting like everything is fine. Something has to change. It's time for you to do the right thing.
What?
Don't you feel ashamed? Don't you feel any pity for us? How can you be so selfish?
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I've been holding it in for the past 3 years, but I can't anymore. My husband Sonny should have gotten more than half of your father's assets. Splitting everything equally was totally unfair.
How is it unfair? You said it yourself. Everything was shared equally. Why should Sonny get more?
Because he has kids to raise. We have 3 kids together. Do you know how expensive it is to raise kids today? You are unmarried and childless, so you are probably clueless.
I know it is very expensive to take care of kids. I also know that my dad set up a trust for your kids before he died. He told me all about it. You and Sonny literally spent weeks in his house pressuring him to set up the trust. He did it out of love, but he didn't like the fact that you were so demanding.
If he did it out of love, he would not have told you. But that doesn't matter. We want the house.
What house?
The house is in the suburbs. It's a big house, and a single man like you doesn't need it.
You mean the family mansion?
Yes, I need you to transfer the ownership of that house to us. We need it. Your dad should have given it to my husband rather than you. He made a mistake. It's high time you correct it.
It wasn't a mistake. The family house goes to the eldest son. That's our family's tradition. Besides, Sonny got the apartment in the city and the summer house in the countryside. He also inherited way more cash and shares than I did. This was done to balance out the fact that I was getting the manor.
The apartment and the summer house are nothing compared to the manor. They aren't fit to raise our beautiful kids. We're currently living in the apartment, but it is so freaking small. It only has 5 bedrooms. The manor has 12 rooms. And the manor is in a much safer environment, which is better for raising kids. So I sold the summer house and we are moving out of the apartment. I will be selling the apartment as soon as we move into the manor.
You aren't moving in here. You can use the money you got from selling the summer house and your apartment to buy any house you want.
I already spent the money I got from selling the summer house. I also have plans for the money I get from selling the apartment. Why are you being so difficult? Just do the right thing. Sign the house over to us, and everyone would be happy.
What did you use the money for?
None of your business. When are you going to give us the manor?
Never. Besides, why are you the one telling me this? If my brother has a problem with how our fathers was shared, he should confront me himself.
Sonny is too shy and proud to ask you for the manor. You are the elder brother. You need to be responsible and do right by your nephews. Your father failed his grandkids by not giving us the manor. You have a chance to make things right.
My father has done way more than enough for your kids. Saying that he failed them is mean and dishonest, but it doesn't matter. The manor is mine, and it would remain mine. It will stay in the family and be passed down from one generation to the next.
Fine. It's clear you don't want to be reasonable. You are too selfish to do the right thing. If you won't give us the house, when can we move in? We can be roommates.
What do you mean roommates?
There are many empty rooms in the house, Leo. You can move into one of the rooms and leave the rest of the house to us. You should stay in the basement. I absolutely have to live in the master's bedroom. That's the only way it can work, especially. You know, how your brother now works at the overseas branch of his company. He's in England most of the time, but when he comes home, we would need the big bedroom to ourselves. It only makes sense that I stay in the master's. Eventually, you will do the right thing and give us the manor totally. We will make you.
You must be kidding.
No, I'm not. Living in the manor makes a lot of sense. You being there can even be an advantage. I'm basically a single parent, but with you in the house, things would be easier. You can help me with a few chores, but I would need you to live in the basement. I don't want my kids thinking you are their dad.
I'm not your servant. I don't want to become roommates with you. I have no reason to help you with house chores and parenting. I have no reason to want you in my house at all.
What you want doesn't matter. We need to live in the manor, and that's what is going to happen. Summer is almost over, so we will start packing immediately. That way my kids can resume school from the manor.
What's going on, bro? Your wife just texted me out of the blue. She said you want the manor? I kinda deserve it, don't I? What? You don't need all that room. I have 3 kids and a wife. You are joking, right? No, I'm not. We need the house. Besides, Dad wanted to give the house to us before he died. He just never got the time to speak to his lawyer. Why would Dad want to give you the manor? Because I asked? He was being difficult at first, but I made him see reason. You pestered and pressured him until he told you what you wanted to hear. He would have updated his will, but he always forgot to call the lawyer and make the changes. I wanted to contest the will right after it was read, but I decided not to. I didn't want to cause a scene. Dad died 3 years ago. Why are you making a fuss right now? Jenny needs a bigger house for the kids, you know. Besides, we thought you were going to do the right thing without pressure from us. But you are clearly not that kind or smart. Is that what you think? Fine. Believe whatever you want. But I refuse to let your wife and kids move into my house. So please make sure you let them know what I just said. You really should consider. You don't need all that space. It's my house, Sonny. I didn't tell you what to do with your inheritance. You don't get to tell me what I do with mine. The fact that you pressured our dad to give you the other houses before he died doesn't matter. His will was clear. You get the summer house and the apartment. I get the manor. Deep down, you know he was fair. Yeah, to be honest, he was fair. Just that Jenny really needs the manor. She's been asking for it before Dad died. She wanted Dad to go to a home for senior citizens so he could move into the manor. Dad refused. What? She really tried to kick our father out of his house? And you supported her? What's going on, Sonny? What's wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with me. I'm just trying to make my family happy. You will understand if you ever loved a woman deeply. I loved a woman once. She tried to manipulate me into doing things I didn't want to do. I had to break things off with her. I'm not asking you to divorce your wife, but you are responsible for your actions and decisions. You ain't the kind of person to ask your father to get out of his own house. At least, I don't think you are. You were right. Asking Dad to leave the manor wasn't cool. It was also wrong of me to ask you to give me the manor. It's yours by right. Even without the will, the manor was meant to go to you. I will talk to my wife. I'm really sorry for what I said. It's cool. I understand that you were under pressure and not thinking straight, but don't let this happen ever again.
Hey Leo, funny story. I forgot the address to the manor. I need you to send it to me right away.
Huh? What do you need my address for?
I'm finally done with packing up everything. Took a while to get everything together. I already called the movers and they are on their way. Fortunately, I don't know your address. It just hit me now. Silly me.
Is this a joke?
No. Come on. Send the address and stop being silly. I used to go there all the time while your dad lived there. I always had to go there to talk some sense into him when he wasn't ready to send us some serious money, but it's been a while since I have been there. That kind of shows that you are a horrible brother-in-law because you don't send me anything. That's why I don't go to the manor anymore, because you are kind of useless to us.
You are a real piece of work, you know that?
Don't insult me because I forgot the manor's address. I can simply ask my husband, you know, or find out the address online or something. I'm pretty smart.
I'm sure you're pretty smart, but you seem to be very confused, so I will make myself very clear. I never agreed to let you live here, and I never will.
But you have to. Don't you understand my text? I've already called the movers. I'm only asking for permission now as a courtesy. So send the address and stop this childish game.
Why is the word no so difficult for you to understand?
You can't say no because you don't have a choice. You can't stop us from getting into that manor. You can't live us out on the streets in front of the manor. You can't be that wicked and foolish.
Are you out of your mind?
Anyways, I'm looking forward to being roommates with you. I'll see you at our new place after everything's all wrapped up here.
Stop this nonsense. I'm getting tired of saying the same thing over and over again. I told you more than once that I don't want you and your children in my house.
I'm also tired of saying the same thing. We need the house, so just leave. Stop being stubborn.
You're pushing me to the wall, Jenny. Don't make me do something I will regret. If you try to get on my property illegally, I will have you arrested for trespassing. I want you to think about your kids. Do you want them to watch their mother getting arrested?
Come on, don't be so mean. Where are the kids and I gonna live if you refuse to accommodate us? I already sold the apartment. Do you want to see us live on the streets?
Excuse me? You've sold the apartment already?
Yeah, I told you I was going to sell the apartment. Don't act shocked. I told you my plan. Sell the apartment and move in with you.
Why are you so stubborn? I told you and your husband that I don't want you here. Your husband promised to speak to you and end this. Did he change his mind?
No, I just didn't tell him that I am going on with my plan.
You didn't tell your husband that you were selling his apartment?
It's our apartment. What belongs to him belongs to me. Besides, what he doesn't know can't hurt him.
It's going to hurt him for sure. Seeing his kid stranded and homeless is sure to hurt him. But it probably won't come to that. You have enough money from selling the apartment to rent a place.
What I do with my money is none of your business. Besides, the money's gone. I used it to pay off a loan.
What loan?
Again, none of your business. Just send the damn address. And when we get there, you better open up.
I'm not giving you the address to my house. Stop asking.
Fine. Have it your way. I would get the address by other means and find my way there. Please have dinner ready by the time I get there. I and the kids would be very hungry.
Well, that would be difficult as I am not at the manor right now.
Well, then get there. Must I tell you every detail of what you need to do? Use some initiative.
I'm out of town.
Fine. We will buy fast food. Did you leave the key under the mat or something? And when would you be back? We would need your help to unpack.
Arguing with you is pointless. The manor is wide open. You can walk right in. I don't think you'd be able to live there, though.
Leaving a valuable house like that wide open is very irresponsible. You really should do better. That's why you should give the manor to us. We would take better care of the house than you can. And what do you mean by we won't be able to live there? Don't tell me you are trying to stop us again.
The house is being renovated. I'm maintaining the facade and the originality of the building. But I'm repairing, replacing and repainting every inch of the house that needs work. Some walls have been torn down, and I'm also trying to dig a pool at the back. The rest of the compound has also been contracted out for landscaping. Oh, and the roof has been pulled off. I think after 3 years of constant work, we will be able to finish.
What? 3 years? Why didn't you ask for my permission before starting the renovation?
Maybe because it's my house, and what I do with it is none of your business? You can go there, but make sure you have a camp tent.
Is this funny to you?
Very funny. I have a wide grin on my face right now.
I will tell my husband about this.
Do that. I will also tell him about Stefan.
Wait, what? Who is Stefan?
Stefan Alvarez? Rings a bell?
No.
Okay, cool. I would just send this report to your husband.
What report?
The report my private investigator sent to me. He sent it to me a few minutes ago, just as I was texting you. He did a thorough investigation, even had pictures and account details.
What investigation? What reports? What are you talking about?
I told my private investigator to do an investigation on you. After talking to my brother, I got the sense that you were quite manipulative. Decided to look into you a bit further. Should have done that a while ago.
Please tell me you haven't sent the report to my husband. It would end our marriage.
So you do know who Stefan is? I thought as much, seeing as my PI sent pictures of both of you kissing before entering a hotel room together. You've also been sending a lot of money to him, most of which came from my brother. That's why you sold the apartment, right? You wanted to send more money to your lover.
Fine. You know the truth. But please, don't tell your brother. It will hurt him. Think about the kids. For once, be a good uncle to them.
I am thinking about the kids. That's why I'm going to tell my brother to do a DNA test and make sure they're actually his.
Why wouldn't they be his? He is my husband.
My PI's report says that you and Stefan have been going out long before you met my brother. It also seems like my brother isn't your first husband, but your fourth. I know your game, Jenny. You and Stefan are partners. You move from one target to another, draining their resources and divorcing them. That's why you wanted the manor, so you can sell it and send the money to Stefan. I've told my brother everything. Your jig is up.
My husband won't believe you. He loves me too much.
We will see about that. There are pictures, remember?
You are an evil person. Screw you, Leo.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Well, have you really sent the report to Sonny? We can still work something out. Please tell me you haven't sent it to him. I can give you part of the money I've gotten from him, and I can let you sleep with me. I know you stare at me when you think I'm not looking. Please, I really need Sonny in my life.
I can't believe how low you will go. I also can't believe how low you think of me. Your game is over, Jenny. Goodbye. When Sonny received the report, he was heartbroken. I was there for him and did my best to console him. He was beside himself for days, but eventually he got his wits about him. He demanded a DNA test and realized that all of Jenny's kids weren't his. He then proceeded to file for divorce. I hope he finds love again. And this time, I hope it's true. As for Jenny, I asked my PI to check on her for a few months after the divorce. I did it to be sure that she wasn't plotting anything against me or my brother. He reported back to me that Jenny was now living in a tiny apartment downtown. Apparently, she was too old to lure another victim with her beauty. Stefan, her co-conspirator, abandoned her, leaving her and her kids with nothing. Eventually, the state had to take the children from her as she wasn't fit to take care of the kids. After scamming multiple men, including my brother, she was now a drug addict who worked day and night to feed her body and addiction.